Hello anyone who is watching this video presentation. My name is Sittinut Ratcharoj. I'm a student in MIDB, Rangsit University International College. Today I'll be presenting about my research paper or journal. First of all, let me give a special thanks to my co-author or my advisor, Ajahn Ussanee Marisuan. Um, so In this video presentation, I'm going to start with the introduction, the methods and the material that I use for this research, the result, and end it with the conclusion. Okay. So my research topic, the full name is Factors that Influence the Attitude Towards the FMCG Purchases in E-commerce Platform during the COVID-19 in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay. So, as you all know, right? I know everyone knows what COVID-19 is. It's a very big pandemic that affects all the people around the world, right? Our life changed because of this pandemic. The way the way we used to live our life. We used to go into a store, in a convenience store, buy anything that we want. But with this pandemic, all we have a curfew, we have a restricted time to go out. The supply chain also have some disruption. You cannot supply to according to the demand. Many businesses shut down because of this pandemic as well, right? So this bring me my interest to how the consumer behavior changed before and after COVID-19. And I did scope down into a FMCG industry. FMCG industry means a fast-moving consumer goods, which can be your food, your beverages, your household, your mask, your alcohol gel, anything that is fast moving. Because I think this is the biggest, one of the biggest industry which ever have in the e-commerce world, right? And also, as I live in Bangkok, Thailand, I want to scope down just only um, my sampling just only in Bangkok, Thailand as well. Okay, so there are two main findings that I have used in this research. I'm going to use a quantitative research method in this paper, and the research is expected to generate an important finding that can help a researcher identify the factors that impacts the attitudes towards the fast-moving consumer goods product, and also based on the review of existing literature and analysis. The study also aims to investigate the impact of, many multiple factors like novelty-seeking, lack of in-store shopping, in-store enjoyment, shortage of supply chain, or fear of the disease. That all will make a hypothesis and a framework that I will explain later on in this video. Okay. So let's get started with the objective of this research paper. There are three main objectives of this research paper. So first is to identify the factor that influence the FMCG purchasing behavior among the consumer in Bangkok, Thailand. The second objective is to analyze factors that impact the attitudes towards the purchase of FMCG products among the consumer in Bangkok, Thailand. The third, the last objective is to recommend the factors to the marketer that influence the consumption of FMCG products among consumer in Bangkok, Thailand. As I said, I'm using a quantitative research method. That's why for the framework, the conceptual framework, and the hypothesis, I have made five hypotheses here. H1 explains about the novelty seeking has a positive, significant impact on the attitudes towards the purchasing of FMCG product with e-commerce platform. The second hypothesis is lack of in-store shopping has a positive, significant impact on the same topic. Third hypothesis, shortage of physical supply has a positive significant impact on the same topic. Fourth hypothesis, in-store shopping enjoyment has a negative significant impact on the same topic. Last hypothesis is the fear of disease has a positive significant impact on the same topic. So these are all my five hypotheses and conceptual framework that I use in this paper. Okay. So um, the study I use here is to conduct an online survey to Google Form as a research instrument to collect my data. Okay, so I suggested minimum samples. I did uh, collect around more than 400 samples data, but after this, I will explain to you the exact number. So there are two main criteria here. The selected group of the respondent are those that are from Bangkok, Thailand. The second point is that the selected group of the respondents has used the e-commerce platform in shopping for FMCG product. So out of 416 responses, the remaining 332 responses data were analyzed using the quantitative research approach to test the hypothesis that related to different factors that I explained before, right? So coming to the result and discussion. So the 332 respondents, 85.5% were male, the rest were female. The most majority of the age apt into conduct the survey or on correcting the data are bracket between 20 to 30 years old, and most of them did not hold a bachelor degrees. Some of them were a graduate, and least of them are a postgraduate qualification. Okay, so um, the most thing I found here is that 100% of them have used e-commerce platform in buying FMCG products online before. Of course, that is a very obvious thing. And in my first study, I found that the fear of disease has the most significant impacts on the attitudes towards the using the e-commerce platform for FMCG product. So this I can explain that the e-commerce retailer should consider way to ease the customer fear and build trust. They should build some safety regulations that make the consumer feel safe, you know, to go outside, some safety measures, and offer a contactless delivery options. Okay. The second study also support that the notion of fear disease is playing a crucial role in shaping consumer behavior during the pandemic. It has shown that the virus is very easy to get infected, just by standing together or breathing near each other. So this also had a growth resulted in the growth of e-commerce in 2020, right? People are fear of disease, they don't want to go out, so that's why they tend to shop in e-commerce platform or online website more than before, right? Um, However, the study also suggests that the expansion of e-commerce does not mean the end of a traditional brick and mortar retail method, right? People are still wanted to to um, go buy things in person because sometimes they want to avoid the shipping charges, or sometimes they want to see the actual product, the physical product before they made a decision to buy, right? So in my findings, that we also highlight the offline shopping um, as one of the importance of understanding the customer motivation and concern when developing the e-commerce strategies in the current situation and climate. So, so all of that, for my conclusion, I would like to made a suggest that the marketer should consider the high degree of novelty seeking among the consumers and its potential impact on purchasing behavior as factors such as all of the five hypotheses that I've made here. It does impact all of the consumer behavior, but for the result, fear of the disease is the most significant. Okay, so um, last but not the least, for the further studies of my research, they also can employ the mixed method approach to triangulate self-reported data with some objective measures, such as behavior of physiological data, to improve the accuracy and reliability of my findings, right? Because this research is quite limited with just around 300 to 400 samples. However, addressing this limitation and undertaking future research in this area will help a lot more to further understand the consumer behavior in e-commerce purchases, and lastly, provide insight from marketer in fast-moving consumer good industry. So that is all for my presentation. If you have any question, you can feel free to email me. Um, Thanks a lot for staying until the end of this presentation. Thank you.